Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to week number 8 of our VGC Draft League. And before we break it down for the week 8 team breakdown, let me talk about how the standings are right now. So, after week 6, we had our first loss of the season, and that dropped us down to a tie for first place, okay? And then after that, we ended up losing again to Papa Tommy, and that dropped us down to third place. So, right now, I'm at third place, and we have a tie for first place. Excitingly enough, though, the people that I lost to, Papa Tommy and Kistarl, ended up beating both of them. Ended up beating one of the first place ties this week. So if I am to win this battle today, it'll put me back, and we'll have a four-way tie for first place. So this season is getting super intense for us. We have a lot of people who are really close up there, and I have one of the best differentials out of the season, I believe. I just have one, or I have one less win than everybody else. So if I were to pick up a win here, we'd be in a really good spot back in first place again. Um, so I'm definitely a lot more motivated than I have been the past couple weeks to get this one done. But as for who we're playing this week, we are playing Lilliana. And she is I believe it's a she. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but she is the coach of Philadelphia Phantumps. And she has a really interesting team. She hasn't done too well this series. I believe she's in like fifth or like tied for fifth or something, which isn't bad by any means. Um, but she has a very interesting team. So we'll just go right into it. Her restricted pick is Reshiram. Now, Reshiram is a fire dragon type and has the ability Turbo Blaze, which is pretty much the exact same as Mold Breaker. Now, let me look up exactly how Turbo Blaze functions. Um, okay, so moves can be used on the target regardless of its abilities. Okay. Um, so the effects of the following abilities are ignored when a Pokemon with Turbo Blaze is used. Wow, so this has the whole list of. Okay, so it's just like Mold Breaker. So abilities are only nullified when it attacks something. So yeah, Turbo Blaze nullifies the abilities of things it attacks, which is good. Okay, so that doesn't really affect me. We don't have any immunity abilities or anything like that. But Reshiram, really good special attacker, pretty bulky, really slow, or not really slow, has base speed of 90, which is the same as Groudon. Um, but Reshiram is kind of like specially bulky, a little more defensively frail. It reminds me a lot of Yveltal, in a way, just like kind of different typing and just a little bit slower, a little bit more bulky, I would say, on the special defensive side. And then her next pick is Lapras. Lapras has been her MVP. Lapras is one of the best VGC mons out there right now. Simply because you Gigantamax it, you click Ice type move, and you get Aurora Veil set up on you. And that's absolutely fantastic because Aurora Veil halves all damage you're dealing out. Um, so Lapras is definitely the thing we have to look out for the most. The good thing about this season is if it doesn't Dynamax, Yveltal one-shots it. If it does Dynamax, we don't one-shot it, but we can play around it. I expect Lapras to be Dynamaxing probably turn one just every single game. So that's something we definitely have to look out for. And then if not for Lapras, there is Excadrill. So Excadrill is another Mold Breaker mon, which I found really interesting for her to have like two Mold Breaker Pokemon. But Excadrill also really good. Can be really good in Sand. She doesn't really have much for Sand, but we'll talk about that later. She's got Steel, Ground type, Excadrill. Um, really fast, or not even that fast, really. Excadrill's really not as fast as people think he is. But he hits really hard with Iron Head and Earthquake and things like that. But if he's in Sand, he can get Sand Rush, and then he's significantly faster and a lot more of a threat, in my opinion. And then she has her other MVP, Leopard. We have Purloin, which is Leopard's pre-evolution. But Leopard is pretty much what Purloin does, except better. So faster, is a good fake-out user, gets Taunt, Thunder Wave. Really annoying, can throw Snarls at me if it wants to lower my special attack. But really, in essence, that's all it's doing, is it's fake-out, and it's taunting, and it's Thunder Waving. I mean, that's all it really does. Um, it could be used as Unburdened, but it's almost always used as Prankster. And then she has Chansey. Now, I'm I'm very split on Chansey here. Chansey, let me look at Chansey. I am really not that like devoted into competitive Pokemon, especially singles, which I know is where Chansey like shines. But Chansey, I know it's bulky, runs Eviolite to where it basically just never dies, has a huge HP stat, has literally no defense in 5. Its base base stat for defense is 5. Um, but to make up for that, it has a 250 base stat HP. Pretty scary. It doesn't get follow me. So when I saw that, I was really confused as to why she has Chansey. I don't see how Chansey could be really good in this scenario. It could throw life dews at us. It could wish, switch out, teleport, substitute. I don't know. It could just be really annoying with helping hand and stuff. It could be the dark horse of this game for sure, but I don't expect it to be a problem. And it just gets countered with like a simple taunt from Whimsicott, so I'm not too worried about it. And another support mod she has is Alcremie. So Alcremie is a relatively weak fairy type Pokemon. Pure Fairy gets Sweet Veil and Aromaville. So with Aromaville, it can't be taunted, it can't be disabled, it can't be encored, tormented, stuff like that. Um, so it kind of just sits there. And from my experience using Alcremie, it just clicks Decorate, right? So Decorate, what it does is it boosts your ally's special attack twice. So basically, you're nasty plotting for your ally. Um, let me confirm that. Yeah, it raises the attack and special attack. So yeah, pretty scary stuff. And the fact that we can't taunt it makes it even more scary, in my opinion. But it could be problematic. Could kind of just be like whatever. Its special attack is actually kind of high, and its special defense is also high. Um, so it might be something we have to worry about. It could lead with Lapras, and that would be pretty scary. Um, but whether she decides to do that or not, um, I don't know. So we'll have to see. Alcremie Leopard probably two of the biggest threats on her team for us as support Pokemon. And then she has Trevenant. Trevenant is one of the few physical attacking ghost and grass types. Gets things like its ability is Harvest normally. Gets Natural Cure, but not too good. Um, Shadow Claw can hit pretty hard on the offensive side. It's relatively slow though. Not too concerned about it. Then she has Lopunny, which looking at her statistics, I don't believe she's brought Lopunny to a battle once. Um, but Lopunny could be a pretty good support one. It's not too great offensively, relatively fast, but can't deal out too much damage. It does get Fake Out. I think it gets Thunder Wave. Yeah, it gets Thunder Wave. It gets annoying things like Helping Hand, Quick Attack. Just some other really annoying support moves like Fake Tears. Um, Stuff that could be annoying, but once again gets countered by taunt pretty easily. Um, so next is Sandaconda, which I guess in essence is her Sandstorm setter for Excadrill. I guess she can click Earthquake and set up her own Sandstorm with Excadrill, but that lead is kind of bad in my opinion. I don't think Sandaconda really does what she was hoping to. I think it was one of her picks from free agency. But Sandaconda could end up being good. The Excadrill Sandaconda lead is definitely something we have to look out for. Because if Excadrill gets that Sandstorm up, he is significantly better. And then she has Fletchinder. Fletchinder, basically, his only job is set up Tailwind. He has priority Tailwind, but Tailwind only gives, or Gale Wings, which is the ability that gives priority to his flying type moves, only does +1 priority. So we can just taunt it with Whimsicott since Whimsicott's faster, and it's a done deal. Nihilego, one of her better Pokemon, especially offensive and especially defensive Ultra Beast. Rock Poison with Beast Boost can be pretty scary with Meteor Beam White Herb, or I think it's Power Herb. Yeah, it's Power Herb. But Quad Weight to ground and very frail on the defensive side. So definitely something we can work around, especially with all our physical attackers. And then another scary Pokemon she has is Tangela. Tangela gets Spore, I think. Um, Gets Rage Powder, so it can redirect. Gets Stun Spore, Sleep Powder, if not Spore. And Tangela is just a really good, just like annoying Pokemon just to have around. But once again, just gets taunted. So that leaves me with the team I created today. That was all she had. She's very, from what I can tell, focused on her Lapras. So she wants her Lapras to come in and win. And she has all these support Pokemon just to set up and support it. So the big ones are Leopard. Leopard is a dark type, so we can't taunt it. Has Fake Out. I had to figure out ways to play around that. Another one is Alcremie. One I didn't really think about until this video, honestly. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with Alcremie. If anything, I just have to attack it turn 1 and hope we kill it. Because we don't want that Lapras getting a Decorate off on us. That would be really bad. And then she has Lopunny, which I'm not too concerned about. It just goes down to taunt. Fletchinder goes down to taunt. And Tangela goes down to taunt. So with our lead, Yveltal Whimsicott, as always, or actually we changed that up last week, but this will be our lead for now. Running Life Orb, Yveltal, we're running Physical. Max attack, a little bit of speed, so it outspeeds Reshiram without Tailwind. And the rest goes into HP, so we have that little bit of bulk. We got Lash Out, Dual, Wing Beat, Rock Slide, Protect, just to kind of get coverage for a little bit of everything. And we're running Jolly, so we can outspeed the Reshiram. And then we have Whimsicott. Whimsicott this time is actually not running any attacking moves. So we're doing max HP, max XP, max speed, Timid, with Tailwind, Taunt, Protect, and Tickle. I feel like that covers almost all of our options. We may not even need Tailwind, but I'd rather be safe. Sorry, with Tailwind just in case they bring Fletchinder. And then we have Cinderace, Gigantamax Cinderace, max attack, with Adamant, max speed. And here's where my devious plan comes into play. Cinderace gets Court Change. So basically what we're going to do is we're essentially going to let the Lapras set up its Aurora Veil. And then we're going to send Cinderace after Whimsicott dies or whatever. And we're going to Court Change. And we're going to take her Aurora Veil from her. And we're going to use it against her. That's my plan here. Cinderace will be coming to every one of our battles unless she does something unexpected. We'll send in Cinderace, we'll keep Cinderace in the back, send him in, steal her Aurora Veil after she's put it up, and we should be able to just win from that point. And in case that doesn't work out, or just for damage, we have Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick. And then we are actually, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're bringing Clawitzer. So Clawitzer is making his appearance. I'm super excited about this one. This is a really interesting set. So I actually intend to bring Clawitzer to every battle if possible. And Clawitser's going to be in the very back, behind Cinderace. And he's running max special attack, max speed with a Choice Scarf. So he's going to be outspeeding a lot of things, and he's going to be able to clean up. So Clawitzer here is just a cleanup artist. He has Water Pulse, Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, just to cover for everything on his team. Swampert is arguably better against her team, but I decided if we were ever going to get Clawitzer on the team, this is probably going to be the chance. And I think we can actually do really well with him. So I'm excited to see how Clawitzer plays out here. And then we're bringing Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko, we're running physical Tapu Koko this time, like a few weeks ago. Max attack, max speed, Sugar Berry. Just take that one ground type hit from maybe Extra Drill or something. And we have Brave Bird, U-Turn, Protect, Wild Charge. U-Turn just in case we want to pivot out into Sceptile, which is also making his debut. Sceptile's running Unburden, max special attack, max HP, with the Electric Seed, obviously. And then we're running Dragon Pulse, Focus Plus, Energy Ball, Protect. And Sceptile is also meant just to be a cleanup sweeper. He hits a lot of things on our team hard. And Sceptile is honestly really good in this matchup. So my initial strategy here is to lead Yveltal, Whimsicott, Cinderace, Clawitzer in the back. Try and take out the Lapras or let the Lapras set up an Aurora Veil against Yveltal, and then we can hopefully take out the Lapras with Yveltal. If not, Cinderace comes in, steals the Aurora Veil, and then we get Revenge Kill on it. And then I really think that could just win. Clawitzer's there to clean up anything that might get past our radar. And then if everything goes badly, we might lead Tapu Koko Sceptile. Or we might lead like Yveltal Tapu Koko, U-turn into Sceptile, something like that. But I feel like everything's going to work out relatively okay with just the Yveltal Whimsicott Cinderace strategy. I think we can win that way. I've put a lot of thought into this battle, more than I have so in the past, and I think we can do well. And if I were to predict what she's going to bring, I would say she definitely brings Reshiram. Reshiram's definitely a threat that she can have in the back of her team. That's really scary for me. If I don't have the proper things to handle it, it could just easily beat me. She's going to bring Lapras. That's a given, in my opinion. And then she's probably going to bring Leopard. Leopard has been her number one support mon. That's what she's comfortable with. I could see her bringing Alcremie instead of Leopard for this battle. If she does that, it's going to be a little more problematic, so Alcremie is probably the better bring for her. We'll have to see how that goes. And then I expect her to bring both Excadrill and Sandaconda. Those two have decent synergy and could potentially sweep us from the back. And her last one is very interesting. It could be any of her support mons, in my opinion. I chose Tangela just because Tangela is probably the most annoying. But it could be Fletchinder, it could be Tangela, it could be even a Heligo if she wanted to do that. Um, or Lopunny maybe. But that's basically what I'm expecting her to bring. So that's the breakdown. She's waiting on me right now, so I'm going to go jump into that battle. You guys will see this the day after, so I will talk to you guys then. Peace.